feel.
All right, let's go. Hey, what's going on, everybody? And welcome to another episode presented by Veston Sports, man. VJ's Quarantine Fatal Four-Way. While everybody's sitting home right now, everybody's on their phone, everybody's on their computers, I figured what better way to bring some sports talk to you guys, man, and bring some of the just, not even sports guys, just some of the dopest people in entertainment and in the fields and the areas that I'm in. Come in and talk some sports right now. So you guys can always remember, catch us on YouTube, on Veston Sports YouTube. Catch me on Twitter, Veston Sports, and on IG at the Big Vanilla Funny. We'll cut all these episodes, edit them, bring them out to you guys. You guys can comment, follow everybody. And last night was dope. I did 2 strong-ass hours. We smashed last night. But I got to thinking, man, I wanted to bring some OGs, like some legends, like some people that all of y'all know. All of y'all can look at it and go, damn, that's. So, and these cats are all connected to me in the entertainment way and with comedy, man. So I'll start out with the gentleman that put me on his show, audition about a year ago. You guys all know who he is. Born and raised, Southeast D.C., Ballou High School, Berry Farms. You guys have seen this man for the longest. He's been on Everybody Hates Chris. He's on The Neighborhood with Cedric the Entertainer right now. And he has the #1 show on Kevin Hart LOL Network and Sirius Satellite XM Channel 96 every day from 1 to 3 West Coast time. Y'all make sure y'all check that out. Wherever else you live, you figure out the damn time yourself. My man had a club in Atlanta, do radio in New York. One of the funniest brothers out here the last 25 years, Mr. Earthquake. What's good, Quake?
Ain't nothing, and he's still broke.
Yeah.
All of that.
All of that.
Last credit.
All of that.
All of that.
You ain't broke, man.
Man, I'm broke.
Nah, you ain't.
Yes,
broke.
I am.
Nah, them kids is grown now. Them kids is grown now. You good now.
Exactly. Look, he had a party. Look, he had a celebration for it. Don't try to fool nobody.
I'm broke.
Next up, my man from Philly, my father's hometown. I remember seeing him back on Comic View back in the day where he did a joke about little dudes handling their business in the bed and surprising women. It's the first time I ever heard somebody do that joke. So when I hear somebody say that, it makes me think of this gentleman right here. He's got a dope-ass documentary that's out. He's a boxing trainer. He does a lot of different things all over the place, man. And he completely just doesn't understand that he can probably leave me alone about LeBron right now. It's not going to change. I don't like the guy. And I'm going to tell y'all I don't like the guy. But he's a really good dude, man. He and I have done comedy shows together over at the Ha Ha in Hollywood, North Hollywood. And I actually had a YouTube interview together. My man, Mr. Dannon Green. What's going on, Dannon?
Man, I'm good, man. But your hate is so strong. Why light-skinned people just hate dark-skinned niggas? What's wrong?
Because y'all hate us first. Y'all hate us first. So
You gotta let that go, man.
You gotta let it go. You gotta let it go.
You gotta let it go.
Hey, get the hell out of here, man. Y'all say light skin or say, yo, Quake, I've been on your show 2 years. You've not called me VJ once. You call me light skin. Like,
that's who you are.
Hey, Quake.
What I'm supposed to do?
Hey, Quake,
acknowledge your presence.
Hey, Quake,
Unmade
Hey, I go back and forth. I can be dark skin or light skin.
You're a runny steak.
VJ,
oh my God, man.
You get in with the dark-skinned people more like LeBron, man.
You're a runny steak.
Nah, man. Whatever. Anyway, and last but not least, man, gentlemen out here doing this thing, been in television, been in the comedy game. We did a comedy show together. He has by far the best Prince impression I've seen, maybe since Eddie Griffin on Malcolm and Eddie TV show when they had that scene when he did Prince. Very, very funny brother. We'll be doing some comedy short movies together, some comedy shows and stuff together. My man, Mr. Quake call him Willie Turner, but that's not his damn name. My man, I call him just Big Willie. What's going on? What's going on, Willie T? Yo, Willie. What happened?
White man came and took his Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I was about to say somebody came.
Between
What
you
the
and
hell?
Quake.
He froze. What the hell? He froze. Dannon knocked this shit over. All right, man. Look. Oh my God. This.
Hey, man, yo. Hey,
Look.
I ain't
Yo,
gonna check.
Danny, you ain't moved since the first episode.
Yeah. Dannon got 2 blocks up here. Y'all
Danny,
can't.
you stuck.
He's got 2 blocks because the first one didn't work, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Right, man? All right, let's get right into it, guys. Sports stoppage. This is something new for all of us because I don't think anybody has ever had a day in their life where there was just absolutely 0 sports on. You can turn on the TV right now. There's nothing live and new today. it's like an epidemic. It's almost surreal. I feel like I'm in a twilight zone. We've never seen this before. There has been work stoppages, but there's never been a sports stoppage. Quake, I'll start with you. When you hear sports stoppage, and we are living in a time of just zero sports, how do you think this kind of affects the world? And what do you think the effect going forward would be?
It's beautiful. That means a lot of women out here that's lonely. It's the time to pick them up. All them chicks that used to be at the game, they got to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
So, I saw Danny driving up and down the streets near the Staples Center trying to get some of the women that didn't know that the games was canceled.
Yeah. They keep thinking I'm Emmitt Smith, man. I'm good. So
that's a good one.
But what it really does, man, it makes you appreciate the times that these people are able to bring these athletes, these highly trained athletes, able to, stress reliever and allow you to just get out of your world and watch them perform and give you that kind of entertainment. Mm-hmm. And without that, man, you got to really talk to that significant other. And they really keep relationships together.
Yeah. Well,
because more of the games on, you ain't got to talk to your wife.
Yeah. Listen, I made a joke that this is gonna be one or two things as far as households go. This gonna pull people together, or there's gonna be a lot of damn divorces when this shit's over with. It's gonna
you can't. You can't get no divorce right now unless you're a fool. This ain't the time to split nothing. You better stay in there.
You better hang in there until the wheels fall off.
This ain't the time for you to separate y'all corporations.
Yeah.
You'll be a fool right now. This is the time. This is the time to talk about. Soon as I get back on my feet, they start hiring again. I'm out of here. In case this happen again. You'll be a fool to move right now, boy.
Man, well, no, I'm good. I'm straight. Yeah.
No, you see what I'm saying? You better find that good quality in it right now.
Yeah.
You'll be a fool.
Exactly.
This ain't the time, Slim.
Nah.
Any man that leave his wife or any woman leave her husband right now is a fool. A damn fool.
Is a damn fool. Dannon, what you got for me, man? Sports stoppage, effects of today, and then what type of effects you think it'll have going forward?
Well, actually, what Quake said, I think is real important because I think we kind of take these athletes for granted. I think we always got them, their head to the grind. We always, no matter what we feel opinions about it, we're always talking about these dudes. We're hard on these dudes. Sports, no matter what sport it may be, basketball, football, baseball. And I think now this shortage is making us appreciate, like, damn, when an ESPN goes after a guy for doing something wrong and you just keep going after the guy, you kind of now look to say, hey, you know what? These guys are human and we maybe should appreciate them a little bit more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like the stoppage, you know what? As bad as it is, I think it's good in a way because, and not for in terms of the virus, but I think it's good in a way because some Quake said, we're making jokes about it, but you're starting to find out a lot about who people are and how they are, whether they're your friends away from the crib or someone you live with. Because my question would be, how many people have called and checked up on you? Especially for us, Quake, yourself, and me being from out of state. You know what I mean? How many motherfuckers said, yo, you niggas good out there? Yep. So I think it's you starting to learn about people, but in terms of the athletes, I think we're finally starting to. I think I got more appreciation, not only for the sports, but really just being able to say, damn, I can get away from life with these dudes, and I think we now starting to see that.
Yeah, because a lot of times you feel like you can't live without certain things until you have to live without it, and I think I foolishly said, oh man, I couldn't live without sports, but like no. I'm a comedian. I'm a writer. I do film. I'm working at Sony. I got a son. I got other shit. Yeah, I can get by. I like it.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it's important what you're saying as far as taking an appreciation of what these athletes, and Quake said it too, the entertainment value that they bring to you. And sports is emotional. Sports makes you feel good. Like on Sundays when my NFL team loses, I go take a nap, bro. Like I just don't want to be around nobody. I don't want to talk. I'll DVR whatever's left to play that day. I'll DVR it. I go take a nap. I wake up later that night, stay off my phone, stay off social media so the games don't get ruined for me. and I'll chill and watch it. I watch games at 3 o'clock in the morning. Everybody in bed. The game been over 7 hours ago. Here I am still.
Right.
Yeah, so.
And one more thing before you go to Willis, I just want to say, and now it's gonna sound crazy, but you're not even thinking about what they make a year. You know how a lot of times like, oh, he ain't worked this, he ain't worked that. You ain't even thinking that shit now. Now you like, where's this nigga at? You know what I mean? Exactly.
Yeah, it puts a lot into perspective. My man, Big Willie style, sports stoppage affects today, and where do you think it's going? What type of lasting effect you think this can have on sports? And just I'll throw a little extra on humanity, because like Dannon just said, we are living without it, even though you think, oh, I can't live without this, but you are. So does that affect humanity after this is all said and done?
Well, it's making everybody know what it feels like to go to jail. Like nobody, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't look at sports. You can't look at the same shit over and over and over. Like it's in prison. People are doing jail workouts now. They can't go to the gym.
Yeah.
And as far as humanity goes, you know what I mean? Like humanity is really starting to see that, yeah, we do need to escape. We need some form of escape, no matter what it is. Like, because our day-to-day life affects us to the point that we just literally, we don't like our day-to-day life. Like, who wants to get up and go to work every day?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they come back home, they need something that says, hey, or you got your kids, you looking at your kids or your wife that you don't really want to be with or whatever. You like, this ain't the chick I really was supposed to be with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you
gotta love the one you with.
Where are you at? Are you in a cave? Are you in a fucking cave somewhere doing this shit?
He's trying to get
freedom. You in a helicopter, nigga?
Where the fuck are you underwater?
Book a slave.
I'm in the best lit room in my house. Don't worry about where I'm at, niggas.
Yeah. Well, no, so we don't give a shit. We don't give a shit where you are. We can't hear you. Your shit go like your shit is glitching. I feel like I'm watching
it out.
Yeah, I feel like I'm watching Into the Spider-Verse, nigga. You glitching. All right.
But VJ, real quick, man.
Yeah.
I disagree with one thing what Willis was saying about the job, because I think people are appreciating having a job now. I think really, it's cool to have a little time off, whatever, but I think people appreciate having a job more than not having a job now.
Because there's a lot of people at home right now. Like like when I started driving past cell phone stores, clothes, nail shops, salons, these are a lot of jobs where there aren't a lot of benefits. So when you're not working and you're not getting no money at all, you don't have also too, and I hate to bounce around, but this should show people you need supplemental income. You need a second income in life today. Whatever your passion is, just like all of us, whatever your passion is, you need to put it into that, even if you have a 9-to-5. That theory of leave your 9-to-5 to chase your dreams, fuck that, dog. You work your 9-to-5 and you use that money to help finance your other dreams.
No, you need that.
You need that nowadays. Like one job is not cutting it, and it's showing that, like you said, people at home, they have nothing else. They don't have another job. They ain't got shit else to do. So it's like, yeah, bro, like this is how it is.
I think in our case, like, and I probably can speak for all four of us, as comedians, and like Quake got a radio show. I don't really know. Well, I can't speak for Quake. I don't know if he considers that work, but that's something that we enjoy doing. I think maybe the stress of putting it together, but I enjoy getting up and somebody saying you had a show tonight, or writing on my screenplay, or producing.
Yeah.
I think what has got most people is the fact that your movement is being, stalled up. You know what I mean? Like you ain't making the moves you can make. You know what I'm saying?
Like Willis said, it's kind of like jail. Like somebody's telling you, you can't go here, you can't go there. Right. Like it's kind of like that's where the reference from. It was a joke, but I get what he was saying. No, this shit feels
like literally.
They're gonna tell us.
Y'all not taking into account that niggas.
All you can do is go to commissary. You can go to
Quake. Did you say Quake?
Go ahead, Quake. Take it from there, Quake.
That this shit ain't affected because this is their life. They don't do shit all day any motherfucking way.
Right.
Some niggas don't even know it's a lockout. It's a lockout.
He said
That's true.
Some don't know.
There's some niggas in there, they wake up at 3, smoke some herb, fuck they bitch,
They go back to bed.
Go back to sleep, go get something to eat, carry out. They don't eat inside no restaurant. Motherfuckers come back home. It's some motherfuckers don't even know it's quarantine. It's their regular life, nigga. They don't go to no club. They don't buy no drink.
Right.
They don't go to movies.
And don't have no idea about
y'all.
coronavirus.
Welcome to my life.
You know what? That's even though Quake's legendarily being comedic. That is kind of true. There are a lot of people that don't do shit. They don't even really know. They don't even really know what the hell's going on. Quake, I'll throw something to you, Quake, since you on the road right now. Did the NBA, should they try to cram the season in if they can, or should they just say, listen, 2020 just got our ass, man, and we just going to have to deal with it. Just cancel this shit. We'll see you next year.
No, I think it should be an 18 playoff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
4 in each division. The top four. The record is where it is. We're going to give y'all motherfuckers 2 weeks of training camp to work it out and start it on there. And just let it be explained. Just let you know you can't sandbag. You got to play. Every day is work. You can't be resting your players because you never know when a pandemic going to come and shorten motherfucking season. And then you don't want to be at the bottom 8. Than the bottom 6. See, it's too. You got to start making the regular season significant, and the better way to make the regular season significant is show the people who've been playing, not resting their players, taking an off day with these weak basketball players. How you tired? You can't play them back to back. The hell. Yeah. Now this will reward them right here. Cause see what happened. The top 4 in East got to play the other 4. Sorry. This is when the season started. We're going by the standard, and we're going to give the championship to the top 4 on each side to play. Play better next year. That's what I think you should do.
Willie, answer that, man. I'm gonna wait for the take that, Willie.
I'll add it to your point. Like it's niggas that play pickup. It's 40 years. They 40 years old. Play pickup every day, back to back.
Here go Willie shit again.
Yeah, Willie got that.
Let me get this right.
He just got the Y. He ain't got the 5.
Am I really
getting that? You ain't got the Y. You ain't got the 5.
Hey, he got the 5. He ain't got the G.
Oh, that nigga got the Y.
Oh, he got the G.
That's hilarious.
All right, let me talk about. Hey, let me talk.
Struggle real.
Let me talk real quick.
Go ahead and take. Go ahead and take it, Dan. Respond, but I want the response to be. Quake's 18.
I like what Quake said, but this is what I would say. I would go, and this, like what Quake said, is kind of interesting, but this is how I would do it. As this pandemic goes on, and we got to wait to come, we got to wait to see how long or if the season's going to get canceled. The longer it goes, then that's how we should eliminate teams. So if it goes up to, say it goes up to May, right? Then usually May, you probably into your first or second round of the playoffs. So if you go to the second round of playoffs, whoever would have been in that first round, you just cut them. You know what I'm saying? So like, instead of saying automatically 14, maybe you say it's 8, but as the time shortens, then you know what? If you wasn't in that top 8 within that time period, usually during the season, you get cut. So then by May, the middle of May, they usually down to the last 4. So if we come back by the middle of May, I think we should go, okay, usually we'll be down to the last 4. Right now, the last 4 would probably be the top 4. Then we do it. But if we go to June, then maybe you just say LA, Milwaukee, because those are the top 2. So instead of killing the whole season, I think that you can save it, a little bit. But this is what I will say. I think the NBA has to be careful with that, because if they try to save the season and then if someone gets hurt or something like that, people are going to look at the NBA as y'all was just trying to get that last bit of money and didn't care about the players. So it's kind of a slippery slope.
Well, I'll add on to that real quick. Number one, you can't just come in and do 8 teams. I understand what Quake's saying, but you can't do that because they can't control what happened. Like they didn't stop playing. They can't control what happened. So for the teams that are playing at the
they could have won earlier.
No. That's not fair. You can't say you can't tell that to Memphis, who plays John Moran every night. They play all their players every night, but they're not that good of a team, and they're exceeding expectations this year. Most people had them with 25, 26 wins.
Do you think Memphis can win a world championship?
I don't know who can though, Quake. That's not fair.
I didn't ask
you that.
No. Do you think Memphis can?
No. Okay, V. And VJ, let me ask you this question, V. Quake, you're right. Let me ask you this question, VJ. You can't blame. Now, this is what I think is very important. You can't blame the top dogs if they rest their players and they still win. You can't hold them.
Oh, I'm not tripping over that. I'm not tripping over. I'm not tripping over. I know the way sports is today.
No, but you just said they're not playing their players and Memphis playing all their players. If the Clippers
Memphis
are still winning by resting Kawhi at the end, they got to be in there.
That's fine. The Clippers could be in there. I just think I don't think it's right to just say that you have to. First of all, I'll go back to the beginning. I think they need to shut the season down. So I'll start my part right there. They need to shut the season down because if you want to talk about being greedy, making money, damn an injury, because that's a very good point. Somebody could come in. Hamstrings, ACLs, and Achilles are going to be real vulnerable to being snapped and broken when you took 2 months off. And everybody ain't got a home gym. Everybody don't have a full court basketball. There's players in the league that live in condos, and they can't go nowhere to play ball and work on their game. Because everything,
set the game up, nigga.
Everything is closed.
But he can go to the club and buy a bottle of Ace of Spades.
That's the clubs are closed right now too. But you can't. They need to shut the season down because if somebody comes back, and all it takes is one person in one arena to say, "I contracted coronavirus," after I went to that game, they would have to shut the whole shit down again anyway.
You know what I'm saying? Don't have no fans. They don't need no fans.
Bruh, it could be. So then you have to.
Hold on, V. Hold on, V. V, hold on.
I can go down to the park and watch the game. Like
Earthquake, Willis, you, me, anybody, LeBron, Kawhi. When we all grew up, nigga, we didn't always have a goddamn stadium to play in front of. We played pickup ball.
Yeah.
You don't need a fan base, really. Yeah. Play the game.
But you can't have games without fans. That's not my point. That's not my point. My point is one of these players can contract it or catch it from a team.
But you didn't say players though. You said fans though. You didn't say players.
No. I said no. Okay, so no fans than any one person then can contract this or catch this.
You got to specify.
Because you have a lot of people that have to put on an NBA production. You have cameramen, you got cablemen, you got grip, you got producer, you got the truck. You got to have the truck.
You got directors.
Where you airing this shit? You got directors, you got everybody. Somebody, if all it would take is one person to catch that shit and say, well, yeah, after I worked that Miami Heat game is when I got tested and I got corona.
But VJ, hold on.
You have to scrub down every arena, Dan.
Hold on.
Danny, you have to scrub down every arena.
But let's do what I'm saying. You
they should be doing that anyway.
You're changing the narrative because you said, should the season be scratched?
Yeah.
The question is, we're not saying to bring them back if the coronavirus is still active. We're saying, I think what Craig is saying is, if the coronavirus is over with, then and they want to start the season, then you go with the 4. So if you say the coronavirus is over with, you can still play the season without fans and have people produce the show. It could be like hold on. It was like back in the day when we used to have tape delay. Remember that, Quake? Back in the day?
I'm old enough to remember tape delay. Yeah.
I didn't know you was old enough.
Yeah, I'm old enough. That's how I used to watch the fights.
Okay, so my point being is, V, if there is no coronavirus out there, then why can you not have the season? If you shorten it or just go to the playoff. Now, what we said is the most thing I would say is someone getting hurt. But if the coronavirus is still out there and active, then we should not have the season.
No, and that's my point. I think it still will be, or I think the narrative for whatever conspiracy people have, I don't even want to get into that shit on this show, but for whatever conspiracy people have, everybody's got one. I don't think that this is ending soon enough for them to play the season and try to cram this shit in because I don't like cut anything off of it. I just don't think it's fair. I don't care if Memphis don't have a shot to win a championship. They've been busting their ass all season. Something happened they can't control. They should.
You're worried about. No. You're
worried
about the lower end.
Hold up now. I'm not worried about anything of who gonna win or anything of that. My whole thing is this: if they've been busting their ass and they sitting in the 7th seed all year long, and something happens that's got nothing to do with their power, they don't have no control over that shit. You can't now. If it was something they could control, I can see what you're saying. And then to try to cram this shit in what, July and then to August? No.
Okay, let me put
I wouldn't mind them cramming it into July and August.
Go ahead, Willis. Hold up. Willis. Hopefully he got a new service. This is what happens when you send in cereal box tops for cell phones. This is what happens right here. Go ahead, Willis.
Hopefully, I mean, to me, I wouldn't mind them cramming July and August. Because guess what? I don't care about baseball. So they can scrap baseball altogether and knock that out the box. So I give two shits about that.
I like they're not gonna scrap baseball. I do like them knocking like 50 games off of baseball. If they come, so let's just say for hypothetical reason, season starts back in July. For baseball, they can knock 50 games off. That means they still have 110 games to play. The NBA
they play 182 games, right?
162.
Yeah, and then NBA plays 82 games.
82, but the NBA's got 19 left. I just don't think you can play those 19.
BJ, what about this? What about this? Let's put it towards entertainment. Now, Quake, you're going to know what I'm talking about with this, you two, Willis, and you. You got a show one night, right? Mm-hmm. You got 5 comics on the show, and the show is rolling. And then the owner comes to the host and says, yo, Quake just came in, so, hey, Willis, you got to get bumped. Dannon, you got to get bumped. VJ, you got to get bumped. Quake's going on next. Okay, no problem. So Quake goes on there and he's killing the crowd, and he's got the high profile name. Now the show is at 12 o'clock, and the owner says, I want to shut the show at 12. If the owner shuts the show at 12, then Quake's the last comic standing on it. So my point being is, you got to go with the top dog. This happens to us in entertainment. We don't get bumped for a
apples and oranges. Apples and oranges, Dannon. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying about apples and oranges. No. For sports, apples and oranges. In entertainment, it is like that. I get it. I've been bumped for Kevin Hart. Like, I literally just got, they almost walked me out the club. I was like, damn, I don't even get to stay. I bought 2 drinks. Shit. But I get what you're saying. That's not that's apples. That's
apples and oranges, though.
Apples and oranges.
This is what Quake said. Quake said go with the top 4. Because look, you're not trying to lose the season. Why should I, if I'm the Lakers, if I'm Milwaukee, if I'm Houston, if I'm the Clippers, why am I going to lose my good year because the dudes at the bottom didn't win and this season have to be short? That's what you're saying.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if you're going to try to cram it in, I just still think they should just cancel the season. I don't like any adjustments is what I'm saying. You're not hearing. I don't want no adjustments. I don't want no adjustments.
Okay,
I don't want no adjustments.
But if
I love you, man, but you changed the narrative when you talked about
if you kill the whole season.
Go ahead, Willis.
If you kill the season, though, then like you said, like everybody's like, okay, LeBron is maybe got 2 or 3 years left, right? Then you got who else is older now? Like all the older cats.
LeBron is like LeBron is the guy that's at that stature where he's almost out the game. Yeah.
Right. So why would you lose that year and where he has a legitimate chance of winning another championship? So you're gonna kick him out.
No, it's not.
I get it. You don't like LeBron, but that's whether you like him.
I think you guys are missing. You guys are missing my point and what I'm saying. I understand there are good years. I said on the show yesterday that this is Brian. I'm not a LeBron guy at all, and Dannon knows this.
But we heard that.
But I'm also, and I'm also, I'm not an irrational sports fan neither. He's having one of the best years he's had, maybe in his top 3 seasons of his 17 years. I love the way he has not alienated his teammates this year. He has been a fucking leader. There's nothing that he's really done that even as a LeBron hater that I can look at and go, on the court, I would much love him to take that layup instead of passing out to Anthony Davis against the Nets. But that's for another show. But at the end of the day, though, sports is a fraternity. you can't just think, oh, what about this player, this player, this player? You have to think about everybody involved and everybody as a whole from day one. You don't get to adjust that shit later.
I agree with
You don't get to adjust that shit later. You don't get to adjust that shit later so that it works
but I don't think
out for a certain team or guy. So I don't want no adjustment.
I don't think that's not my focus. LeBron's not my focus, whether he plays shit. I'm saying you cannot put it this way, bro. You cannot make another person play because the people behind me ain't as strong. That's like that's like you putting all these years in to produce a movie or something, but just because someone behind you just got out of college and he feels, I need this opportunity, you give it to him. No, those top 4 teams played their ass off to get to where they are at the position. So in June, in June, if they decide to bring it back, that's what I would do. Like Quake said, the only thing I have an issue with is the fact that these players could get injured.
Yeah.
That's why
they can get injured. But also think about it.
That's why I said give them 2 weeks to work out.
And I do like that. Yeah, give it. And I would think that. Listen, they can say they come back on July 15th. That's the start of okay. Everything's cool. We can go back to work. Everybody's fine. We controlled it. Whatever. Vaccine. Blah blah blah. Okay. NBA boom start today. August 1st. Let's go. You got 16 days.
But DJ, here's something that you didn't bring up. Here's something that you didn't say. Now the question is, if we do have a season that starts that we finish the season out, but we go late. Now, do we send these? Do we kill our Olympic team? Because you got to remember, this is the year of the Olympics.
They postponed the Olympics today.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Okay.
A guy by the name, and we'll get to this later, a guy by the name, this can't be his real name, Mr. Dick Pounder.
That's my uncle.
Earthquake is dumb as shit. That's my uncle. Yesterday they said yesterday they had a press conference and
we come from a family of founders.
Oh my God! Yesterday the Olympic Committee said they were waiting.
You introduced his wife, Mrs. Dick Pounder.
Mrs. Dick Pounder, yeah, Mrs. Dick Pounder. But they canceled that. I'll throw this at you guys. Quake, we'll start with you because you really like the NFL. You and I are huge. And Dannon, too, you're a big Eagles fan. Quake loves his Skins too. I know y'all go back and forth a lot, but I stayed away from this last night, so I'll tell you.
No. I go back and forth for playoffs. He don't go back and forth.
Well, we'll talk about that because one of my questions is about Cam Newton. But let's talk Tom Brady. Quake, was that a smart move to you? And what type of season do you think Tampa's going to have with Tom Brady?
Man, he got weapons on the outside. If the offensive line come through, but he's Tom. He's a white dude. He's a quarterback married to a model that's making more money than he is.
Yeah.
He already done made it.
Yeah, exactly.
Down in Florida, ain't got to pay no sales tax.
Yeah.
No state tax.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a white boy and his name is Tom.
Yeah.
He's a quarterback.
And he's a quarterback. I never thought about it that way. A white boy named Tom that plays quarterback.
He winning.
I mean, he winning.
And played quarterback for 20 years with the Patriots. Like a white guy
with one team
who played 20 years for the Patriots, for a team called the Patriots.
His kid's going to live off of what he did.
Yeah.
And you've seen the Bucs up close personal, because if I'm not mistaken, you had some pretty damn good seats with the Skins in Bucs game down there last year, correct?
Yes, I did, and it was terrible. Skins play like they don't even practice.
Oh man,
I don't like the move. I don't like the move. I don't like the move.
You don't like the move? Talk to me, man. Why not?
Well,
that's
because
a great move.
One, I'm a Jameis Winston fan.
Oh no, so as I am, just so you know, even back to Florida State, yeah.
And
Tell
I think
him
that
crab legs alone. He'll have a job.
I think they're giving him a bad rap because yes, he did throw 30 interceptions.
Yeah,
and 8 of them they dropped. Touchdowns. So it would have been 38 if they didn't drop the other 8.
Hey,
he'd have,
and he would have had 6,000 yards if they didn't drop the passes.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
I just think that he, this is the problem I have with that. This is his first contract. See, when these white boys go out there and play their first contract, they don't get this kind of heat. He's playing out his rookie year, so he still got time to really.
Yes, they do.
They kept
I disagree. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
Mariotti got it.
Yep.
I can keep on naming who
Mariotti
got it,
and what?
man.
And when you think about it, like this, guys, Winston and and Marcus, right? Mariota. They go 1-2.
Mariota.
They go 1-2. Both of them are off those teams that drafted them.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Right. Okay, let's put it this way though. Okay, to answer your question, as long as Tom Brady didn't go to the Raiders, I was cool. Because I'm a Raider fan too. And I can never deal with that Tuck rule. I haven't recovered from that.
How the fuck you got two teams, man? I've been wanting to ask you that shit for the longest.
Okay, here's the deal. No. Hold on, Quake. Hold on. When I grew up in Philadelphia, the Eagles weren't winning when I was a kid. Nobody really went with Eagles. That's why they would go with Dallas or Washington. You ask Quake. A lot of people in that area go with Dallas. They go with, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So but when in the first game I could ever understand as a kid was a Raider game. So as a kid, when you understand the game and you see your team winning, you go, "Oh, that's my team."
That's how I became a Dolphin. That's how I became a Dolphin fan.
Right.
Yep. Same way. Yep.
The way that I got back with the Eagles was the Raiders were winning, but then we picked up Cunningham. So I'm still living. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, "Oh yeah." So I became once we got Cunningham, and then we got Reggie White and all of them. I was like, I'm an Eagle fan too. So I get heat. I get heat from Philly fans. I get a lot of heat, but I'm a Raider fan first. Eagle get a fan second. I never lie.
Wow. See, I didn't know that. I thought you were an Eagle fan first.
No, I was a Raider fan first.
Oh, okay. I ain't got no beef with the Raiders. I ain't got no beef with the Raiders. The Raiders, I mean,
You gotta remember. When the Raiders was when I was a kid and the Raiders was winning, the Raiders was going to championship games. They wasn't going to the Super Bowl. Pittsburgh was beating them. But they was always winning. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, VJ, you know what I heard?
What, nigga?
I heard a bandwagon, motherfucker.
Because he said, listen, I wasn't going to say nothing, but he started with Billy wasn't winning. I'm like,
you saw
you ain't like they found somebody that was winning.
Yeah, exactly.
And then when they started winning, he got back on his own path.
Wait.
I heard a bandwagon.
You heard them horses pulling up too, huh?
Oh my God, Willis, who's your NFL team, Willis?
Nigga. I know what horses sound like.
Who's your NFL team, Willis? Oh, you're a Niners fan.
The 49ers. I'm a Niners fan. I've been a Niners fan since I got mad. I got mad at the Cowboys. I was a Cowboy fan when I was living in Dallas, and then I got mad when they traded
changing y'all teams and got multiple teams and shit. All right, and then Quake, you a real fan. You a Redskins fan.
I'm not a Cowboy fan. I'm not a Cowboy fan.
But you said you were.
Yeah, you did, Willis. Nigga, you said you were mad at the.
So you were mad at
the. I'm not a Cowboy fan anymore. Like Dannon goes for the Eagles.
Guess what?
And the Raiders.
You sound like a nigga that's in court. You sound like a dude in front of the judge saying, "I ain't gonna snatch no more purses."
Exactly. How the hell y'all switching teams, man?
And the Kaepernick.
No integrity, right? No integrity. Willis, what do you think about the Brady? What do you think about the Brady move? You thought it was a great move. Tell us what you thought about the Brady move.
I think it's a great move for Brady. Because guess what? He has weapons to throw to, and he can turn around and hand the ball. It's not like a great line, but it's good enough to protect him because Brady isn't someone he's not a quarterback that holds the ball too long. Like he gets rid of it before the defense can get to him.
Your Wi-Fi started working.
And so he's going to always
listen. I love you, Willis. I really do, man.
Am I not?
No. Just come on. It's my show. Let me talk for a second. In the short period of time I've known you, I really do like you, bro. I really do, man. But nigga, you are too talented. You are too talented to have shitty Wi-Fi. You're too talented for that, bro. You're too talented for that, bro. You should not have. I feel like I'm either in the Matrix or some shit. Like I'm inside of a keyboard with your service, dog.
You know what,
Willis, you suck tonight.
Yeah. You're fucking up the show, Willis.
Yeah, well, people gonna be listening to the show like, what he say? What he do? What he say?
All right, I got another one for you guys, man.
Sounded important.
I got another one for you guys
Right,
before we start to wrap up. So Cam Newton. Everybody knows me. Listen to me on VJ's on Sports Law Conduct, whether I'm on Spreaker, iHeartRadio, Fox Sports Radio, ESPN Radio, any platform I'm on. I have always talked up Cam. I fuck with now the whole dressing and shit. I get it. These young rich black athletes, I think they follow trends and they just get caught in the shit and they don't really realize you look dumb as hell with this scarf tied under your damn neck, nigga. I don't care what fashion French guy told you that shit was in. That shit looks stupid. But who am I to tell another grown ass man how to dress? But as the football player, I mess with Cam. Cam's my guy. I said 2 years ago on my show, I was 2 years ahead. I said he'll never make it to 2021 because they were going to owe him $36 million next year. I said he will never make it to that year for that contract. He'll be gone before then, and they're telling him to seek a trade. Quake, you are a diehard Redskin fan because you actually do stick with one team your whole fucking life like other real sports fans do. But the rumor is there, and what I've been told by my sources there is that Ron Rivera is not sold on Haskins, and they're sitting at number 2. And I know they're flirting with the idea of Tua, but somebody texted me the other day, don't tell nobody, but Cam is talking to Rivera. They don't know if it's going to work yet, but it could be. Would you like to see Cam in Washington, D.C. there? It's the town of black quarterbacks.
Yeah, if he healthy, man. But he got a bad toe. You know, that toe will throw you off.
Yeah.
And then ain't nothing like a brother that's been shunned and feel he has something to prove.
Yeah.
So I think if we bring him on in there, it can't do nothing but make Haskins better because he's under contract, under his rookie contract. This is the second year.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll be in his second year. So we got him for 4 more years. And anytime, you go with a new regime, who I didn't draft you. So you got to prove to the new regime that you should be on the team. That's just how the NFL is. See, same way when I'm dealing with my women. Okay. I didn't recruit you. You understand? The last dude recruit you. You got to prove to me you can still be on this ball.
Exactly. Stop bringing what you did for another nigga up to me.
Yeah,
like, you got to prove to me. Yeah, you got to prove to me.
Yeah, you feel me?
Yeah.
So I think that we
Why should I be paying for your dinner?
Yeah. We going Dutch so I can find out if this really are you up the par.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Are you bringing everything that you say you bringing?
Yeah, well, I don't even need. We just got to let me see when I get you on the field.
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
Can you play?
That's why
Are you a team
temporary work? I don't.
Are you a game or a practice
work.
team?
Temp work is the best.
Yeah,
but they're more eager. They trying to prove something. As soon as you give them a contract, they get lazy on you. Don't want to cook, leave things, mess around, argue at your house. Simple.
Yeah, exactly.
We got to see if he's healthy. And he's refocused. That'll be a great move for us.
I agree with you. I totally like that move. Ron Rivera knows him. It's a black town. Not that Charlotte wasn't, but it's not as black as DC is. DC is Chocolate City. We could go back to Doug Williams. We can go back to I can't believe his name is slipping my mind right now. RG3 is one guy, but I'm thinking about the quarterback out of Auburn, Jason Campbell. He was accepted and pulled in.
Exactly.
Yeah. Washington, D.C. I'm from the DMV. The one thing they love there when it comes to sports in D.C. is a black quarterback. They have always supported their black. And there's people supporting Haskins, but Ron Rivera is running that show right now. Don't matter who the fans want. Right. And I was told
can I say something on that?
I'm going to go to you in 1 second. I was told by a source in
I'm sorry, V.
Who works with the Redskins, and she texted me and told me, she's like, I know you're a big Cam fan. Don't put this out, but he's been talking to Ron Rivera. They just don't know what Carolina's going to be asking for, if Cam is going to come in and want to compete or what. But they have talked, and I was like, oh.
But see, you don't have to do. You don't have to worry about what Carolina going to do. Just stay there because they're going to have to release them.
There you go.
Right.
Yep.
His cap number is too high, so we shouldn't give them nothing.
Yeah, they were so stupid. They were stupid to even put out in public. Yeah, we giving Cam the permission to seek it. If I was a team, I say, okay, well, shit. I ain't giving you shit. I'll give you a 4 for a 5th. I'm not giving you a second. What killed
him is when they signed Bridgewater, the boy from New Orleans.
Yeah,
right.
true.
That right there showed that he was gone. You see what I'm saying? So they
Yeah.
need to do the right thing by Cam and just release him.
And release him. Yeah, I said that on last night's show. Was that the right thing? A question I had for a guy last night said, if some people say the right thing, is that the right thing to do, or should they do it? He was more on the business side and was like, no, because at the end of the day, which I agree with partly, it is a business. Like we could for fans, but the owner can say, listen, I love you, but at the end of the day, bro, I got to get something for you because when you're gone, I still have a franchise to run, which I totally understand in pro sports. I get that. Dannon, you don't think it's a good move. And since you don't think it's a good move,
What does your head say?
I'm going to try to put it. Hold on. I'm going to try to pin it down. I'm going to try to pin you down. Give me a second. I'm trying to pin you down. No Washington, but then you got to give me a team, though. You just don't get to say no Washington. No Washington, then where should he be there?
You got it. Well, first two things is this.
Take that shit off.
That's exactly. You stop drinking in that motherfucking
glass.
Stop drinking in the glass. Stop drinking in the glass.
Yeah, fuck
I saw that M.
Oh, you
that's
saw
why I put it on there. Yeah.
Oh, Ohio State.
So you get rid of that shit, I get rid of this shit.
Okay. All right. Fair. Okay. Fair.
Second thing, your friend told you not to tell nobody, so you just told all the world you this motherfucker. Third thing, Haskins is a Buckeye. So you know I'm not. I think he should get a shot. And at the end of the year, honestly, and Quake, you know this, Quake. At the end of the year, he started playing much better. Here's the problem I got with Cam Newton, and this is all jokes aside. It bothers me. Now think about what we're going through right now. We're having no sports.
Yeah.
It bothers me when I see a dude not like he's happy to be there. When you see people that wish they could be in the NFL, this dude's walking slow to the line. He acts like he's so uninterested in the press conference. I mean, what is your purpose, man? You work all your life to get there, and you show other people by example, like you nonchalant, like you could care less. So I think the problem with Cam Newton is not the fact that Quake can talk about his shoulder. I think the fact that it's not the fact that he can't get healthy. I think people are tired of the antics. Come on, bro. You took a team to the Super Bowl, and everybody was hoping for you to win. And then after now, you come back and you act like you're not even happy to be there in the league. So I don't think Washington's the best place. I think the Redskins should keep Haskins and nourish him. I think that Cam should go to a team like well, they're not gonna go to Miami because Miami's gonna take Miami's.
Well, hold up, because I'm gonna hold my comment, but no. I got something for you guys that I heard last night too through this bad boy right here.
Okay,
go
hold
ahead.
on real quick.
Okay.
I think if Cam's gonna go somewhere, he needs to go to. I wouldn't mind seeing Cam in Chicago. I think he'd be good for Chicago.
Well, they just traded for Foles. They just traded for Foles, so that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Foles, and I love Foles because he brought us a Super Bowl. But I'm saying I could see, put it this way then, I could see him in Chicago with Foles, either Foles the backup, because Foles is actually a better backup coming in than he is. He's shown over the years than a starter. But I'm just saying, and I don't know about how you feel, Quake and Willis, but I just don't like it, man, V. And I think we talked about it before. When a person acts like they not happy to be there. And I got an issue with Cam's, and I don't know him. He might be the coolest motherfucker in the world. But I don't like it when I see a guy not wanting to be there with his teammates. When your team is at the line of scrimmage and you just getting up off your knee. I mean, come on, bro. It's something about it that bothers me. I'm not saying this.
That goes to coaching, though. That goes to coaching.
No, that ain't got nothing to do with coaching, Willis.
No, if your coach is like, yo, man, you can't just walk up to the line. If your coach is telling you, do not walk up to the line.
That's his style, man. That's his style, Slim.
Thank you, Quake. That's Cam's style, bro.
Y'all wrong for that.
Man, fuck his style. His style sucks. That's why you have to leave.
Well, but Willis, I'm gonna let you out here say. I want to respond to Dan. I'm with Quake. That's his style. One of the dopest things I love that Cam does before every first snap of the game when he gets the ball, he says his prayer up in his helmet. He takes his deep breath. He pulls and he overlooks the defense and he shouts out that first ready. Like that, I ain't gonna front. I watch every Carolina game to watch the beginning to watch Cam Newton because I'm a black quarterback supporter. And does he show disinterest?
I didn't say I didn't like him.
I know I didn't say that, but with the media, yeah. Because there are players. Okay. I don't get on players who don't like the media, like, because I get it. I really do. Some of the questions are stupid. Some of the questions are asinine. But you also have to understand, we only see clips. The media's in their face at practice. The media's in their face when they walk into their car. You got TMZ following you now when you're on a Friday night or Thursday night on a bye week, and you're just trying to go out to dinner with a short IT model and get some ass. Hold on, let me finish. And I get that part of it, but I agree with you about the Super Bowl. I can bring up clips from my show that I did back then. I still got them on my iPad. That the whole narrative of everybody loving Cam during the 15-1 season, the MVP season, the blowing everybody out in the playoffs by 23.5 points or more on the route to the Super Bowl to face that Denver defense that was all-time great. I kept saying, this is bullshit. They're not pulling for Cam, but they sound racist or stupid if you go against the guy because all they did was win 13 straight. He had everybody dabbing, white women in elementary schools on videos, judges, people that don't even know what the dab mean because people just want to be zombies or whatever we see. We just want to go do. So to say all of that, when he lost that game, dog, that's what exactly people were waiting on. People weren't pulling for Cam to win that game. Not my opinion. They were waiting for Cam to
I'm not saying that. Him losing, BJ, has nothing to do with what I feel. This is what I'm trying to tell you. And you made a comment about the media and all of this. If next year, or if at the end of this year, all of a sudden you get a movie and that motherfucker is #1 in the box office that week, and you and Hollywood calls you every day, and next you know you the hottest shit in the country, in the world, and you got cameras in your face, that's what you were trying to get. Maybe not the camera, but you were trying to get to a level. This dude, you can't, I don't like that shit. We work too hard. Look, man, Quake got a show. Willis has done stuff. I've been on shows, television shows. We're not just doing it because we like the paper. We do like some of the attention. But you know, even if you don't like the attention, it comes with the game, bro. You can't
That's
just
part of it.
You can't just keep giving this motherfucking passes. I don't think anybody really want. I think a lot of people wanted Cam to win. I think a lot of people didn't like his daddy and how his daddy was being interviewed and how his arrogance made people say like, nah, I want this nigga to lose. But that year, Cam was getting a lot of love from everybody. You can't, it comes a point though, V, it comes a point as a man in business that you got to take what comes with the territory. If you book a show and they cancel it, you can't curse that motherfucker out. Guess what? It comes with the territory. You're not happy about it, but it comes with it. Cam Newton always acts like he's not there. Style or no style, he acts like he doesn't care. And people want people to be passionate about their sports, bro, and about leading their team.
And I agree with that. Fans, we do want you to show that you care. We want people, that's why people love Jeter. That's why people love Jordan, because Jordan he wanted to kill the opponent. I get that, the Kobe's. And then you have the more passive-aggressive guys, but it's still great. Like LeBron. LeBron's an all-time great, but he's not the killer. He's more passive-aggressive. He's more of a John Stockton.
But he's not mad at the media.
No.
You're right.
That's because hold on. That's because he learned a long time ago that Cam
why can't Cam learn?
How to play that in your favor. But I like the idea of him being with Washington. And just really quick on the Miami thing, then we'll go to Willis before we throw one more to wrap up. Word is, though, he is interested. It's a minority town. They love their minority players down there. Miami's not a white town. It is a Latino and black town. I go all the time. I love it. It's one of my favorite cities. Black head coach, the only black GM in the NFL, Will Greer, is there. They got a lot of picks coming. He's got a #1 receiver. They beat the offensive line by bringing in the guy from we've got Flowers out of Eric Flowers from Washington, brought in Kraft, the center from New England. So he's got protection. They just don't know what Carolina's going to want to add. I believe there are teams that are looking at it, but if Carolina's trying to say like first or second or 2 seconds, no team's going to do that. No team's going to do that deal because, like Quake said, we'll just wait for you to cut his ass because you're going to have to waive him because you don't want a disgruntled thing. One last thing, then we'll go to Willis. You know what I would like to see Cam do, and I haven't heard anybody say this. I would like to see Cam say, you know what, I'm not going to seek a trade. I'm going to come in and compete for my job because what will happen if the team one thing about football, it's not always in basketball, but football, the team knows who the better quarterback is. The coaches can say all they want. The media can say all they want. The fan, you know who knows in football? The guys that are with them every damn day. They know
they want to pay him, B.
And if
they want to pay him.
Exactly. But hold on. But then they would have to cut him. I know all this. I know all the variables, guys. They would have to cut him if the money's there. I get that, but he would force their hand.
He wants to compete.
He would really force their hand to say, you know what? I'm not going. Oh, by the way, Cam, you can seek a trade. Nah, we're good. I'll see you guys in whenever this is over. I see you guys in camp. I'm going to compete for my job. They would have to cut Cam right then and there.
Yeah,
they would have to cut Cam right then and there.
Right.
But that's what I would like. I would have liked Cam to say that.
Yeah, but here's the deal. No team, because of the kind of money, because they're still going to owe him some cash.
Yeah, they still owe him money. Whether they cut him or not, they owe him money.
Right. So no team, and I think we all know this, doesn't like to lose a player without a pick. So that's why. But I don't see him going to Miami because Miami got them. I think Miami is set on that boy out of Alabama. So I think that.
No. They're trying to trade. No. Well, yes, they're trying to trade. They already offered him picks. Nobody will just say whatever the deal's going on, whatever the communication's going on, it's going on between good people because nothing got out. But by the way, there are dealing picks. I'm assuming it's the 5th and 18th that would give Miami the 1st and the 26th because they got 3 first-round picks this year. I'm assuming they're offering Cincinnati the 5th and the 18th in the first round this year and maybe a second round. But we got 2 second-round picks this year and then nothing from next year.
Yeah, because I think Cincinnati wants the boy from LSU, and Alabama wants old boy. Miami wants the boy from Alabama.
No, I don't think Miami wants Tua. I think Miami wants Burrow, but Burrow. This all depends on Burrow. With Burrow, the only thing Burrow will have to do.
Who's got the first pick?
Cincinnati does.
Cincinnati.
With Burrows, I bet you.
Hold on. I know they want Burrow, but Burrow don't want to play there.
Man, don't give a fuck where you don't want to play.
No. Well, John Elway did it. Eli Manning did it. It's been done. It's been done.
And Burrow can go back in. Burrow can go back in. He's not Elway and Eli.
Well, I think Burrow can. Burrow's not Elway. Burrow could be Eli, but he could be better than Eli.
Burrow said he didn't mind going to Cincinnati.
No, because he's being smart. But that kid don't want it. Doug, have you seen that roster? Name me the last Cincinnati Bengal quarterback to be successful in the NFL.
Palmer.
Boomer Esiason.
Dalton was not bad.
Successful.
What about Carson Palmer?
Andy Dalton?
Carson Palmer.
Take this, Willis. You look like your service got fixed. Take this, Willis.
Boomer Esiason was the last quarterback they really had. That was good. Carson Palmer was not that good of a quarterback.
Wait a minute. Carson was the man until he got hurt by Pittsburgh.
No, he was not that good of a quarterback, dude. He was a great college quarterback, not a good pro quarterback.
Let him explain. Let him explain, Danny. Go ahead. Break it down, Willis. Break it down, Willis.
Look, if Carson Palmer was that good of a pro quarterback, he would still be in the league. He'd still be in the league right now.
No, the nigga
Willie Turner, let me tell you something. Don't you ever talk football ever again.
Carson Palmer was not that great of a quarterback.
I want you to take that Wi-Fi you got.
Let me tell you something. Carson Palmer was not that great of a quarterback.
Oh my God, man!
That changed the rule on the knee thing, man. Carson Palmer was an outstanding quarterback. You just have an owner that didn't want to spend no money, man.
No.
Thank you. He didn't. Hey, and if he didn't get hurt, they would have beat Pittsburgh that day.
Well, if you remember, Dan, on that play, it was a bomb. It was a bomb that TJ. If you remember on the play he got hurt on was a bomb that TJ Houshmandzadeh was like down to the 8-yard line, like on the first play of the game. They went right at Pittsburgh with a bomb, but he got hurt.
Pittsburgh went at his knees.
Yeah.
Chopped him out the game.
Yeah.
Dirty bastards.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. You guys think that was a dirty play?
Hell yeah, it was dirty.
VJ,
really?
2 sports I know, VJ. It's 2 sports I know. And I know goddamn football and I know boxing. And I can tell you this right now. That motherfucking Carson Palmer was a goddamn dog. He was a good-ass ball player.
He was just like Troy Aikman.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, Quake.
I
I don't know if I put him in Troy Aikman.
I
I don't know if I put him in Troy Aikman category.
He had an arm
You
like
just
Troy.
enjoy that because he won. He ain't had no Emmett. He ain't had no Michael Irvin.
Yeah.
He ain't had no Novacek.
No?
Oh,
He had
shit.
the best offensive
Oh,
line.
shit. Tell him,
He had
Quake.
Jim
Oh, shit,
Johnson.
Quake.
Oh, let me
I don't know
he
nothing about
didn't.
no football, man.
And
Let me go
say
and
one
get
more
into
thing.
real life. Because y'all, I'm
Hey,
over here
hey,
talking
Quake.
to a fool. He ain't got no Wi-Fi,
Willis,
and he just taking
Look.
up my time.
Oh,
Let me tell you.
shit.
Willis, I love you, Willis. Willis, you
Right.
my boy. You know it.
You my nigga
God
too.
damn it. Don't say nothing about football. God damn it.
Let me tell you something.
Oh,
Hey,
shit.
wait. Now look at
Hey.
this too. Hold up, VJ, before we finish.
All right.
Then you got Andy Dalton. Think about it. If motherfucking Perfect of the Bengals doesn't act like a fool,
They win that
Pittsburgh,
game. They win that game.
Right.
Yep.
They win that game.
Yep.
Come on, bro. I mean, the Bengals have had good quarterbacks, and I think so. And they had Green, and they had the wide receiver Green.
Yeah.
That Perfect cost them that year, bro.
They've had
Cincinnati has
to
always.
me, every quarterback they've ever had has been middle of the road quarterback.
I disagree
That's 'cause
on.
they had no
I
Wi-Fi.
disagree on Palmer. I'm with. I'm sorry, bro. I'm with Quake and Dannon on this. Carson Palmer. I watched him at USC. Carson Palmer was a great fucking quarterback. And
Yes, he was a great
had them
quarterback.
at 12-4. He had Hoosh Mizada. He had Ocho Cinco. Like they were on a roll. And people forget that was a home playoff game. You got to be 11. You got to be 11 wins or more to get a home playoff game in the NFL. They were 12-4 that year. They were rolling. Like I said, on the first play of the game.
Bro,
Play action.
they made the playoffs every year.
Yeah. Pump
With
fake
Lewis
to the right.
as the coach.
Usman Zada down the sideline on the left. And the camera goes back to Carson. Carson's laying on the ground. And if you do remember, that game was like 16-7. Pittsburgh still – the Bengals had a defense too. Pittsburgh couldn't move the football. But with no Carson on the field, it just –
Hold on. Just to answer your question. First quarterback that I remember they had that was a killer, Ken Anderson.
Ken Anderson. Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Ken Anderson. Then they have Boomer. Hold
on.
I
got another one for you. Remember the years when they had David Klingler? He doesn't get a lot of props, but David Klingler won some football games, some big football games.
But in terms of playoffs, I'm talking about in terms of playoffs.
Okay, all right. You talking about playoffs? Okay, all right.
Playoffs. Ken Anderson, Boomer Esiason. Anderson never took him to the Super Bowl. Took him to the playoffs. Boomer took him to the Super Bowl. Then you got Andy Dalton. Dalton actually got hurt 2 years in a row. Carson Palmer. Then Carson Palmer blew his knee out. Then they got Andy Dalton. Dalton got hurt with his thumb that 1 year. Then Perfect cost them the next year. And they almost still went to the Super beat Pittsburgh with the backup, McCorn from Alabama.
Yeah.
So, bro, they've had
Willie Turner don't know nothing about all that, man.
You stupid.
Whatever you do, Willie Turner. Don't talk football to me, man.
Look, I'm saying with it.
But this is why I think your boy should go. I think that the Bengals should take. You know what? I wouldn't mind seeing Cam in Cincinnati, or I wouldn't mind seeing him in Chicago. But I think the Bengals need to go with the young boy from LSU, and Miami needs to go ahead and take Tua in the second round and groom him. And then
I would take Tua.
Second round.
I would take.
No, second round. You mean the second quarterback off the board?
Yeah.
I don't know about that hit. Is it good?
I mean,
I just seen him sleep with a hoe the other day, and he wore his ass out.
I tell you right now, whether the knee is good right now or not, just the way football goes.
The hip.
I know
The
hip. I'm sorry, the hip. But either or, man, you can't pass him up. Now, I have a very unpopular opinion. I've said on other networks about Tua. I personally think he's severely overrated, and just let me explain before anybody jumps off of a fucking cliff. When I watch football and I watch the quarterback position, I love the quarterback position. I play quarterback, I play corner, I play receiver. Those are three positions that very few people can argue or debate with me about in all of sports talk, period. I watch their feet first. It's the first thing I watch with a quarterback is his feet. Then I watch his accuracy. Where does the receiver have to catch the football? Because all that's going to tell me right there is how good. I only need those two things. Everything, arm strength, arm power, quick release, slow. Man, there's been guys with small hands. There's been guys with big hands, guys with short release, guys with long release, guys with quick release, guys with slower. It don't matter.
Get to the point, nigga.
Your footwork. I'm getting to my point, man. This is how I do my sports talk. Fuck y'all. Feet and then where the ball is. When I watch Tua, his feet are always all over the place. And when you play at Alabama, their receiving core is so much far better than any defensive backs they're going to face all year.
Stop it, VJ.
Let me finish. They got 4 damn guys that are going to go in the first 3 rounds of the draft this year at the receiver position. When you're throwing to guys like that and those windows are really, really open, I watch guys have to reach here. I watch guys have to reach back. Tua probably could have had 10 more touchdowns, but he underthrows guys. That tells me something about your footwork. You're underthrowing the guy.
Yeah, go ahead, man, because I'm tired of wearing him out. I done wore his ass out so much. His
ain't
ass
nobody wearing me out. No, y'all ain't nobody wearing me out. Ain't nobody wearing me out. When he gets to the league, you watch what I tell you. You watch what I tell you. When he gets, first of all, please move your ashy ass hand. I thought that was the bottom of your foot. That's your hand? I thought that was the bottom of your foot.
Don't you ever raise your hands up like that again. You look like you've been shuffling asphalt.
Just trust me on this, man. When he gets
I'm about to get your ass up.
When he gets ready, go ahead. Listen, the man is over. Bottom line, I don't want Miami to take him.
You said. Okay, now let's go here. First of all, the dude played in the Southeast Conference, right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know?
You mean with those 3? You mean with those 3 good teams?
Would you let me finish?
Yeah.
I'll let you go. Which team down there is BBU?
LSU.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This boy done beat LSU in all those teams. The South gets the best athletes. You can't get on his case and say, well, he had top 4 receivers. He's playing against a lot of teams that got the top DBs that all go through the league. I'm not saying he's not overrated. I'm saying he is not overrated. The dude can play. Until he got hurt, he all of a sudden, now he hurt. That's all we're worrying about, really.
No. I haven't said nothing about his injury.
He's got 70. He broke the record for touchdown passes until Burrow came and broke it this year.
And Haskins threw 50 at Ohio State, and everybody tried to lean on that shit too. And you got a coach right now that only in his second year gets there as the new coach of Washington and looks at him for 5 minutes and go, I'm not sure.
Can I say something though? You can't. I'm gonna kill you right here with it. Let me get him, Danny.
All right, go ahead. Get that.
Haskins only had 1 great year.
Yeah.
1.
The boy from LSU only had 1 great year.
Yeah.
1.
The boy
2.
has been there for 3 years, had it back to back to back. He has been playing from Clemson, who had going up against the #1, lost with the national champion with a front 4, all winning the first 3 rounds.
True.
That he bust their ass up. He done been back to back, and he's playing in the hardest motherfucking league in the motherfucking league, the SEC.
He basically playing on the NFL league
had 1 great year, 1 fine night at the club. Now he the #1 pick. He don't have nothing else on his resume, but that one night he was Cinderella, and the motherfucking fella came and got him. He had to slip him.
Hey, let me say something on added to what Quake said.
You understand?
Hold up, Quake. Let me add what you said, Quake.
Let me. You didn't have him playing. Now, he done sit down here. He done pass, and he played for one of the hardest coach to play for, St. Nick.
Yeah.
Who had to change his whole game plan around to let him throw the ball around.
And this is a run the ball first, coach.
Hold on one more time with no Wi-Fi. And to put the cherry on it, he beat out the person who brought the trophy home and made him transfer and go to another team to play.
That he took.
I like Jalen Hurts too. I like Jalen Hurts.
Hold on. He made the man. He beat the man. and made the man transfer.
But let me say this too, Quake.
The man who had a ring on his finger that brought Nick a ring.
Yeah.
BJ. And also,
come on, man.
He made, hold on. Let me tell you how good the boy is. The dude he made transfer, which was Hurst, right?
Yeah.
Goes to Alabama and takes these niggas to the Final Four. Now you trying to tell me
Oklahoma.
I said he took him to the Final Four. The championship.
You said Alabama.
But Jalen Hurts.
No, I did not say Alabama. I said he took them to the Final Four. I know what the fuck I said, Willis. Now shut your little wire ass out.
Okay, you did fuck up, and you need to stop jumping on Willis. You know he just got it.
I'm about to say, man, like all three of us agreed. You say you said Jalen Hurts left and took Alabama to the Final Four.
Right. So my point though, VJ is this: if he beat out a dude like Hurts that took another team to the Final Four, what is that saying? Telling you about Tua? The boy is a beast.
All right.
And if he can,
we're gonna revisit this shit, dog. And I don't want to hear no shit later, bro. I'm gonna make sure I throw it in y'all face, just like I do everybody else that try to come and
ho.
Oh, I know ho.
No. I want mine to speak for my record. I'm telling you, he ain't garbage. I don't think the nigga Hip gonna deal with them pros.
Okay, all right.
That's all I'm saying.
All right.
I don't think his durability, but I don't think he's garbage. I don't think he can do it. He from Hawaii. The nigga been under the sand.
He ain't ready for this snow.
When he come to the mainland, they gonna tear his ass up.
He been drinking too many Mai Tais, homie.
Yeah, he been underneath them palm trees eating coconuts.
Yeah.
So I watch his feet. I watch his accuracy, and I pick these things apart with quarterbacks, man, and I don't miss. I'm sorry. I know you guys haven't been following my sports talk career, but trust me, when it comes to quarterbacks, corners, and receivers, I don't. No, you're not listening to what I'm saying, dog. When it comes to three positions, receiver, corner, and quarterback, I don't miss, bro. When I go out on a limb, now I might miss a piece here, but when I go out on a limb, let me ask you this. Who else is saying he's overrated? Not a lot of people. I am. That's out on the fucking limb. I'm way the fuck out here saying, do not draft this guy, especially in the first round. I'm saying that.
No, wait a minute. I said not the first round, baby boy. I just said the second round. Everybody here knows
he's going to go in the first.
But he's going to go in the first, though. Like, what you say? He's going to go in the
first no matter what.
I hope he goes second overall.
Yeah, that's been a story out of Washington, is that Ron Rivera has said that they are taking a look at all their options, including.
No, I'm talking about trade him. Ron ain't going to draft him. He ain't.
Now he ain't going to watch the
screen.
That's the only way he would get. That's the only way he would get him.
We ain't. No. We want to trade our pick and somebody come up to get him.
And I'm gonna tell you right now.
Oh, okay.
We ain't gonna take him.
And I'm gonna tell you right now.
I don't know, Quake.
No, I wouldn't be surprised if the Patriots take him.
Man, I know my city. They'll run his ass out of there.
He too Hawaiian?
No, he's too. He is. We done had too many problems with injury prone
quarterback.
Yeah, RG3, because they love RG3. They loved RG3 doing his.
If a nigga fuck his toe up in college, we ain't taking him.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yes.
I'll tell you now. Washington is going to stick with Haskins. Okay, that's the first thing.
That's going to be a mistake.
Okay, but they're sticking with him.
Listen, Willis, you ain't got no team. Just learn.
Yeah.
He said he told that nigga just learn. He told that nigga just
learn. And I'm going to tell you this. Since you're going out on the limb. Washington
on this limb
with Haskins. Cincinnati, hear me out, because you said that he wasn't going in. Cincinnati's getting LSU, boy.
Okay.
And Tua is going to be in Miami.
At 5?
He's not going to be in Washington.
Okay. All right, I just, like I said, listen.
I agree with Quake.
There are people.
He just can't stay healthy. I agree with Quake.
There are people who think that every mock draft right now, every single mock draft has Tua. At least the credible ones that I follow and people that I tweet and shit with, every mock draft has has Tua going to the Dolphins at number 5. A lot of people think Washington will end up going after Okudah, the corner out of Ohio State, who people think is a bona fide, either him or Chase Young. It's going to be a Buckeye. It's going to be Chase Young or it's going to be Okudah for Washington at number 2.
I would take Chase.
Chase Young is going 2, y'all. He might actually go number 1.
No.
Cincinnati they can't.
Man, I gotta get off it. This nigga running up my unlimited Wi-Fi.
I know, man. Listen. Let's wrap up. Everybody will go around. Start with you, Quake. Tell all my fans where they can find you, man. Please.
Find me at The Real Earthquake, man, or you can find me on my hit #1 show, Kevin's Hearts Laugh Out Loud, Quake House, Kick It in My House, Channel 96, 1 on the Pacific Time, 4 on the East. Follow me at The Real Earthquake. And don't let this slave back on here no more.
Hey, Dannon, my man, Dannon with two fucking NFL teams.
And one great college team, nigga.
Didn't I tell you to take that shit off that ugly ass beanie?
Hey, you can find me at Dannon Green 66. That's my Instagram. And Dannon Green Facebook. I don't tweet because I don't want to get in too much trouble. And I want to say it's a pleasure to be on the show tonight. Earthquake, I want to do your show because you need some help to get some of these bums off the show, man. Come on.
Oh, shit.
Oh, damn.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Damn.
Did Uncle Remus just say bum?
Damn.
Shut
You with that
Willie Turner.
I shouldn't ask this question.
I'm not talking about you, VJ.
No, nigga, listen. God damn it, y'all know me. I know you ain't talking about me. But I shouldn't ask. I shouldn't
you gonna call me a bum, Dannon?
Hold on, Willis. I shouldn't.
There's only one person left, Willie Turner.
Uncle Remus is gonna call me a bum like that?
Yo, there's only one left person.
Oh my God.
Hey man, y'all got us. Hey, VJ, you know I ain't calling you that, man.
No. I know you're not talking about. Hold on, let me tell you. I know you're not talking about this show. But if you're talking about Earthquake show, I shouldn't ask. I want to say, well, shit, nigga. I mean, you put it out there like that. Drop who you talking? Who we talking about? Who's some shit that come down to Quake side? I want to.
Hey, Quake. I just want to say it's a pleasure to be on your show, VJ, tonight.
Thank you.
I appreciate you having me on the real. And I hope to do your show soon. Willis, I got about $100 over here, $100 to help you with your Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
all good. Okay, everybody happy?
Help you with your fucking Wi-Fi. You almost fucked the show up. All right, Willis, tell them where they can meet you if we can understand. I mean, just go ahead, talk for like 15 seconds. Just go.
Here we go.
Willis, you can catch me on Instagram at Willis Turner Comedy. You can also catch me. I'll be at the store buying Dannon a new hat.
Okay.
And I'll buy him some of that Grecian #5 dye for that goatee.
Nah. You better hope you get this age, homie. Go ahead, keep going.
Yeah, I was about to say. Yo, you know what? Honestly, I always wanted to know that. Why do young people make like my shit's starting to gray? I'm like, but why do they think that's like, you getting gray? I be telling them the same thing. They're like, nigga, you better hope you get up here, bro.
You
like,
wanna know why?
Like,
you want to know why young people, now not Willis, because Willis is married, but we know why? Because young people don't understand how to get pussy. You don't know how many bras.
Oh man, oh God, yo, I've been the kind of man that has never been really attracted to white girls, and white girls never been attracted to me. It's been my way all life. Once I hit 40, I don't know why these middle-aged white women come on. It's like the weirdest fucking thing. It's like I never got come on to white go. Oh, look at your little blonde and your little gray in your beard. I'm like, bitch, I forgot the color this morning. That's why you see this shit. Like, but
you gotta go with it, man. We entertainment. We color it when we need to. Otherwise, let the shit grow. Look at the great look like this.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, I appreciate all three of you guys. Willis, you know I got mad love for you. Dannon, I appreciate you, man.
Love, Willis. You know we love you.
Love working with you.
Dannon, we go back too far back to I have much love for you. And
peace out with y'all brothers, man. Love y'all,
and Quake,
love you too.
I'll be seeing you next month.
Quake is just shows. Hold on, real quick. Quake is just show up, or is it down because of the virus?
All you gotta do is call Kenny Wack, man. We keep telling you the same thing every time, Danny.
No, I know.
You act like a nigga don't.
Hey. No, is it show up though? Is it up, or did the virus did you guys have to go down for the show?
No, we just went down last week. We just started kicking back up today.
Hey,
okay, I'll get Wack a call, man.
Yeah,
you can't, you can't, you can't call from the Mississippi River when you're giving people rides up and down.
Bye, nigga.
Yo, man, I appreciate y'all, man. One love, man.
Hey, back at you, baby.
One love, man. Be up.
All right, peace, guys.
Bro.
Oh my God.